Welcome back, DigiDs, to a brand new episode of Into the Breach, and I have to apologize almost immediately as to I did not release a video yesterday on Wednesday for one particular huge reason that you're not going to believe. Here it comes. Here's the reason. Because I didn't want to. To put it simply, I didn't feel like it. And you know what? I think if I'm going to be doing YouTube for a long time, which I've already been doing it for about a year and a half, that's right, there's already a year and a half of full content here out on the channel, and I've developed a lot. But you know what? I think to keep that healthy mindset is that, you know, maybe once in a while, if I don't feel like recording, I believe that you guys as my subscribers, as my viewers, as my DigiDs, that, you know what, you'll understand that maybe some days life is a little bit harder than others. And I just did not feel like recording yesterday, so simply I did not. But thank you, and I appreciate everyone understanding that if perhaps in the future that my almost daily content sometimes will not always be daily, but I try my absolute best to bring you guys some great content. So hey, speaking of which, why don't we go ahead and take a look exactly what are we doing here Into the Breach? Well, we are onto the second island, and honestly, I am blown away by the fact that we are even still on this run. I thought we were going to lose against the Hive HQ leader boss there in the back on the past island, and we also forgot to include our new installs when we did this last mission on Weather Watcher, where we forgot to install our cores. We are down 2 of our time travelers, so we are running ourselves super thin here getting into these next islands, but we're going to keep on trucking through the best that we can. So I think the very next area that we should be going for is the Rift. All these stars are giving us reputation that we get to spend at the very end for new equipment. And on top of that, it'll give us access, I think, afterwards to this area up here in the very top left, which gives us 2 stars and a core. Now that's important. But how difficult is this really going to be? We need to defend the Earth Mover and take less than 3 grid damage. Now I'm going to go ahead and hope that less than 3 grid damage is going to be easy enough, but defending the Earth Mover, that might prove to be a little bit difficult with how scantily thrown together our army is at the moment. So hey, one of 2 things are going to happen this episode. Either one, we're going to keep on going all the way up to the top and trying our best to win this run. Surprisingly, we're still in the very first one. Or 2, we're going to lose and see exactly what it is that we are allowed to bring into the next run and what it means to start a brand new run and see what it has and what it entails. So hey, enough talk, let's get started. The Rift, Vec threat detected.
Omega level threat detected.
I'm going to go ahead and hope that maybe we can move through it. So immediately I'm going to go ahead and try to put my mech on directly as close as I possibly can, try to maybe move through it, save it from these hornets. We do have the cannon, which does have a little bit of range to it. I'm going to go ahead and move this off to the side as well. And I think the artillery should be able to just sit here in the back and get a good chance to try to hit anything in the area. Now, I am a little afraid that maybe they might move towards this building in general. So I'm going to go ahead and actually move this artillery a little bit more off to the left there by 1 space and get it ready. Now, you guys may remember from last episode, we actually got a new ability for our artillery. Hey, it does actually make more land right next to it. Okay, that's nice. And yeah, immediately it's going after the buildings. I thought it might do that. Wait, is he going to hit us twice? Does he have a range of 2? What's going on here? I see he does 2 damage. Oh, this is an alpha hornet. Okay, we're getting some alpha male hornets over here. Stabs 2 tiles in front of the unit. Well, I mean, luckily we're not going to be in the way. Wait a second. If I punch this thing, it's going to throw it directly into the Earth Mover. Not very ideal. So I think what we're going to want to do here, initially, I'm going to move back the artillery. And remember, it does have this new ability, which I was just talking about, deploy a small tank to help in combat. Now, the thing is, I don't know if it is able to attack immediately. I'm going to kind of hope that it can. I would most primarily kind of like to just blast this hornet right now, because it's going to push that one on the left away from the city and give us a little bit more room to work with stuff here. So let's go ahead and get started. I think, yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and push away this hornet on the left side by hitting him with my artillery. That should be no problem. It is going to push back my mech, but that's fine. Boom, bam, saves the city. Now, I do have the ability to kind of move over here. Now, this thing has range, I believe. Yes, it does. Now, if I actually go ahead and push him now, it might... Ooh, what am I going to do here? If I push him now, it's going to put him in the way of the city. So actually, I don't want to push him if I can help it. So if anything, I just want to move away this hornet that's about to hit the Earth Mover. So let's undo our move the cannon there, push him away with a single hit. Boom, bam, he's out of the way.
Bam, bam, bam. Ribby, dam, dam.
Now, I can take my mech. I mean, he's not going to be hitting anything important, so I may as well just kind of just stay out of his way and just go hit him. I'm going to go ahead and actually move over here and blast this hornet with my 2 damage punch. Bam, it is gone, and it drops into the chasm away to the abyss. Gone forever. Goodbye. Have a nice time. End turn. What do we have? So yeah, he's gonna miss his 2 shots there, missing my artillery and my mech. This guy, he's gonna miss the earth mover. Beautiful. I have a couple more enemies spawning. Oh dear. Is that a new scion? Excuse me? What is that? We have a brand new enemy here in the game, DigiDs. What are we supposed to do here? I am a little confused. Vec approaching, yes. So we have 3 turns remaining. This is going to prove quite difficult. Blast Scion. All other Vec will explode on death, dealing 1 damage to adjacent tiles. Well, that's not good. That is not good at all. So we don't want anything to explode next to it. Right. So that is interesting. I would like to see if I can maybe get a 2-shot on this thing. If I hit him with my cannon, he's going to explode next to the city, and that's not good. So I need to take out this Blast Scion as soon as possible. So I'm going to have to do something. Ooh, I'm not exactly sure. How do I want to do this? I'm going to have to put my mech in the way. I'm going to have to put my mech in harm's way. Yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of this Scion. Bam, get rid of them. Now they no longer immediately blow up when they die. Now, this Hornet is going to be trying to hit my cannon, which is a little upsetting. So in order to fix that, I'm gonna have to move over my artillery to this position and blast him out of the way of being able to hit my targets, right? So he is hitting something 2 spaces away. So if I go ahead and blast him, oh, brand new idea, great new idea. Okay, let's hold off for just a moment. So this Alpha Hornet is gonna be trying to hit my cannon. This Hornet here is gonna be trying to... What is this Hornet? Oh, they're both trying to hit my cannon? Oh, well, we can't have that. We simply cannot have that. Okay, well, if we want to solve this, I'm going to go ahead and move my artillery down to this location and move him to the right. So he actually goes ahead and hits the Alpha Hornet instead of my cannon. Beautiful, just like that. And now, yeah, and this is the point where I knew my mech was going to take a little bit of damage. I just thought of something. If I manage to move my cannon, he's going to hit the city. He's going to do 2 damage to the city. So I think what I'm going to have to do in retaliation is actually just move away the Hornet, which is unfortunate because he's not going to be able to take the hit from the other enemy like I was planning on. Ooh, the Earth Mover does have 1 health. I could kind of... No. I think my mech, my cannon is just going to have to take 2 points of damage here because I don't think there's really any other situation out of this where I can go ahead and save the cities and myself in the same scenario. Yep, no, unfortunate, but that's just going to be the best that we can do in this moment. End turn. I mean, we're managing to survive a little bit. Yep, there's that too. There goes my cannon. As I just got done saying, we're surviving a little bit. Oh, but he's in the way, so he does still take the damage. That is very helpful. That's good to know. So we are down to just 2 units, right? And they're threatening both of our cities plus the Earth Mover. There. Oh my God. There is a lot going on. I wonder, could I just shoot the Earth Mover, do 1 damage to everybody and just kind of pile them away from it? Right? I mean, that is an opportunity, that is an option, but everything's about to be hit at the moment. This might be the end of the run. I don't know. I really don't want to lose all this energy or capabilities, right? I mean, this is a real doozy. The small tank to help in combat. It looks like the tank maybe does 1 damage. It does move the target away, but I'd rather just go ahead and just use my artillery. What do I want to sacrifice? This is going to do 2 damage. That's going to do enough to destroy both parts of the city from this section. So I'm probably going to have to spend my time getting rid of this Hornet right here now, because otherwise it's going to be too dangerous to let it live. Boom, get rid of that guy. Now we do only have our artillery. We're going to probably have to forsake. Yeah, we're going to have to forsake one of our towns. We're going to lose a power grid, I believe. And we need to make sure that this thing survives. I honestly don't know if I can make this thing survive now that I'm looking at it. Because now that we see, it is going to be taking 3 attacks. This thing is being lobbing an attack at it. This thing's stabbing it, and this thing's stabbing it. So how do I want to solve this situation? I'm honestly starting to think that I don't know if I can. This might be a little bit of a loss on the Earth Mover, which is unfortunate. But you know, hey, that's the name of the game when we don't have our pilots, we don't have our special abilities, and this is our very first run still. So we don't have all the abilities. And honestly, I'm amazed that we managed to even get this far. But technically, we have not lost. We are just not going to do as well as thought on this mission. We are getting closer and closer to losing, but it is what it is, I suppose. Is there anything I can do to resolve this? If I were to maybe... can I want to move Why can I not move my mech here? Can I not move you to another location? Undo, move, and turn. No, it doesn't seem as though I can actually move my mech. Hang on a second. Hang on, where's my movement? Why can't I move him? Let me move. What's going on? I wanted to move my mech enough to go ahead and maybe blast these guys in opposite directions. Go ahead and move them away from it. Hit right in that corner. That way I can go ahead and just kind of move them both out of the way. It doesn't seem to be giving me any movement, unfortunately. I am not stuck. All right, here we go. Now I can move. I had to reset my entire turn there. Now we can move to the proper location and go ahead and blast this thing away, because that's going to move back 2 of them, right? So I think that's going to double save my territory. Please. Thank you. Oh, it doesn't move him far enough away because the cannon is still, he's still occupying this space. So he still manages to kind of block his location. Okay, well, let's go ahead and just see what happens for our turn. We are losing a little bit of progress. Yeah, 95 casualties, and there goes the ground mover. He's gonna launch it. He's gonna lob his attack over. Watch this. Yep, and there it goes. Unfortunate, but I think we have victory in 2 turns. So now all we really have to do is just try to protect the cities as much as we can with our 2 units, right? So how are we gonna do this? Wow, that guy is lobbing a lot. So I am about to take 2 damage on my mech, which is unfortunate. He's gonna do 1. He's gonna do 3? 3 damage? Oh my god, well that is a lot of damage. Holy crap. Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and just do the opposite of that and not have that happen to me, please and thank you. And in order to do that, I kind of want to... I can't move on to the earth mover, and I can't punch him away. Oh, hang on a second. We are a little bit SOL because if I move, he's going to hit the grid with his ranged attack. But if I punch him, I can't move. And I can't punch him towards the earth mover because the earth mover, I think, is going to block his... Yeah, I can't move on top of it. So it means that it's going to block his ability to be punched that way. Okay. So I guess my mech is just going to have to go down. Oh no, this might be the end of the run, Digides. Yeah, this might be the end, but I'm gonna keep on trying the best that I can. Well, if they're gonna be hitting me, I may as well. Ooh, how do I want to do this? Okay, first off, I'm going to go ahead and blast this Hornet. I think just get rid of them entirely. Just stop that from happening. So that's 1 city saved. That's going to be hitting a city, which means I need to save this city. And in order to save this city, I'm not exactly sure what it is that I can do. I suppose in order to save it, I'm just going to have to punch him away. Or I could heal. No, he's doing 3 damage. Yeah, there goes the mech. I don't think there's any way around this if I want to save the power grid. End turn, it's just going to be artillery and his tank, which I never managed to get out the tank. Damage report critical. No, warning, grid failure imminent. We're trying. There goes the mech. No matter how many machines back, we will find a way to make more. We must. Mission complete. I thought I still had 1 more turn to go. Defend the earth mover failed. Take less than 3 grid damage. Wow. Yeah, killed in action. I have no more pilots. Does that mean I lose? Deceased. Nicola Kirk. No. Nicola Kirk died after taking severe damage in battle against the creatures. Understood. But that means that we have no more pilots. Yeah, we have no pilots for any of our mechs. They're just a bunch of AI out there just trying to do their darndest to protect the planet. Oh, wow. I feel for that is harsh. Well, I suppose we're just gonna have to do exactly what I said that we're gonna do. We're gonna go over to the QA division and try to defend the train and protect the defense lab. I don't think there's any other way around it besides that. So let's get started and see what's in store for us. Make sure the supply train reaches the extraction point. We can take it from there. Okay, so not too complicated of a mission besides just the fact that I'm severely undergunned for this situation. I am not gonna be able to I don't have everything at my disposal at the moment. Okay. Right, so they're probably gonna go immediately after the train, obviously. So I'm gonna go ahead and move my mech. Actually, I want to take out this blast scion probably as soon as possible. I imagine it's gonna move somewhere off to the left. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my mech here. I'm gonna go ahead and put my cannon off to the side, and I'm gonna go ahead and put my artillery a little bit in this backside because I can go ahead and get some more range in any of this this entire, what do you call it, axis column of movement that he can be able to go around and get a good shot on. Pod incoming. Oh, you're gonna land right next to the enemy? New secondary objective, acquire pod resources. It's right next to them. What if they move right on top of it? Okay, good. They're going after the cities at least. They're not going on top of the pod. Threatened. Yeah, he's trying to hit me from a range. Okay, so there's a lot going on. So immediately, this one is trying to take out the train. And he does how much damage? He does 3 damage. Yeah, okay. So how am I going to solve this? First off, I need to protect the train though, right? So in order to protect the train, I need to move over here with this artillery, blast my cannon to right next to him, use this cannon, this little tank, to actually blast him out of the way. So it doesn't actually do any damage, it looks like. So yeah, the tank doesn't do any damage, but it does push targets. So that can be a little bit helpful. It is another target that we can use. But because we did that, his attack is going to go straight into the Scion, which is super helpful. Now, if we want to go ahead and just kind of protect ourselves away from being hit by this guy, I guess we're just going to have to... I'm not exactly sure what it is I'm going to want to do. I want to get on top of that time pod as soon as possible, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. Yeah, no, it doesn't really seem like I'm going to be able to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and just move up my mechs a little bit, and I have not forgotten about this one in the back. So in order to solve that, right, he is going on a far range with this attack. How am I going to move him? I want to hit him up. How much damage are you doing? He is doing 1 damage. My artillery has 2 health. Why don't we go ahead and... I don't want to move him down south. Moving him down south is going to take out the tank, and I don't want the tank to be lost. So I'm going to move him up north. He is going to take a shot at the artillery. That's fine. It still has an extra health. I think we should be good. And my mech does still have the capability to punch things, but honestly, I don't want it to punch anything. I'm going to let the turn play as it will. Continue? Yes. Let's see exactly all that happens. Takes out the blast Scion. Beautiful. On top of it, yep, there goes my artillery getting a hit in. That's fine. And now a couple of more enemies are going to spawn. He doesn't shoot something. He charges. I was not aware of that. He charges. He absolutely just like moves across the map in a giant line. Okay. Well, got to keep an eye out for that. He's going to be charging towards the train again. There is a lot. How do you manage to defend all this with only 3 guys? With only 3 mechs, how do you manage to protect everything? Because that is definitely going to hit the train. Right, and that thing goes at a range. That thing shoots. Does it stab only 2 tiles in front of it? It does only shoot 2 tiles in front of it. So I would essentially have to destroy this Alpha Hornet before it has a chance, because I can't push him back far enough. Okay. How do I want to do this? So he's going to be charging towards the train. You guys are all charging towards. I might just need to block this guy with my body, with my mech, because he is going to be doing 1 damage by charging forward. Ooh, there is a lot of complications here. A lot of complications. Every single unit is hitting a primary target. This Scarab is hitting one of the cities. This Alpha Horn is hitting the trains. This guy is hitting the train. This guy's hitting a city. This guy is trying to hit a city. My God, that is... They're all trying to hit something very pristine and important to us. Well, I suppose this tank is just going to have to take a shot. I suppose this tank is just going to have to take a hit. You know, pun intended. He's gonna have to tank it, move him away, just take that shot, protect the city to the best of your ability. This guy is also hitting the city, so I'm gonna go ahead and use my blasting and go ahead and take out the Scarab. Beautiful. Now we do still have our cannon guy. I don't know exactly how I want to solve this situation. I honestly, I don't know if I even can. I don't know if I even can solve this, right? Because... yeah, in order to do any of this, I would have to do 4 damage to this Hornet. And in no scenario am I able to reach this and do 4 damage to him. So I may as well just try my best, lay off a cannon on this Hornet, do 2 damage to him. Yeah, there's no other way. I'm going to have to lose the... I'm going to lose the train. I'm going to lose the train. That is unfortunate. I'm going to go ahead and punch this beetle away. He's still going to charge forward and hurt me. He's going to push me into the train as well. That's about the best I can do. You know, if I had more abilities, if I had more equipment, I could possibly defend against this with only 3 units. But as a very first run, I think we have done pretty well. Train schematics diagnosis recoverable. I mean, it says, oh, never mind. Train destroyed, objective failed. I was gonna say it might be still kind of recoverable and just destroyed, just gone. And it is just done for. Okay, well, unfortunate, right? So I can still protect the city here, though. I can still protect the city to the best of my ability. This thing's gonna be rushing forward and destroying the artillery. That is perfectly fine, because I'm gonna actually move here off to the side. You're not doing anything, right? He's not attacking, so I'm gonna move off to the side and use this thing to blast him off to the side, to move away from hitting that target. Saved that city. That's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and take my giant mech and protect this city. by punching him away. And I'm gonna go ahead and protect this city and the lab by hitting him with my cannon. Beautiful. Everything should be saved. I'm still gonna be losing a couple units in this, but that's fine. We don't have any more pilots. There's no one else to die. There's no one else to lose. There's no one else to love. There's no more time travelers to hold me at night. Just my cannon mech, and that's all. No matter how many machines the Vector Strike, we will find a way to make more. We must. I'm trying, Jessica. I'm trying. Region secured, defend the train failed, but we did get one of the cores, which I think is the most important, and we did get a time pod. What do we get out of the time pod? We got another reactor core. That's, that is important. We do need that. We need that to the best of our ability. And you know what? I am afraid of doing anything too hard at this point. So if we are to do another mission, I think it's going to have to be the restricted area where it looks it's going to be simple enough and has seismic activity, which is, I have yet to see exactly what that is, but we're going to have to find out in the next episode. I know. It's already been 20 minutes. It's been, time flies fast when you're playing these strategy games. It really does time just flies, just goes right past you. It's hard to even keep track of what's going on. But thank you, Digities. Hey, if you guys have been enjoying the content, remember, please make sure to like the video, comment down below, do all that fun stuff. It really does help out the algorithm. It really does help the engagement, and it really does help out the channel. And I appreciate every single bit of it. Every comment I see and every comment I try to respond to. So thank you, Digities, for enjoying the content. Thank you for watching the channel, and thank you for just being here. I still don't know how to do any of these outros because I always ramble on for way too long. But there's one thing that I can always promise you. I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Thank you, and bye-bye.